Hey, good afternoon, everybody. Fred Christian here with you from Impact Media, disabled community activist also. Want to just say a few things about stuff going on in the community and different things, but I want to really talk about the big budget bill today. I'm sorry, folks, that I did not come on sooner to really condemn this thing, but let me explain something to you. I'm not making no excuses. I'm going to continue to advocate whatever this outcome is, to fight to make sure we all have health care, to fight to make sure we're safe from gun violence. But I was just so damn drained from doing this for a couple weeks. It hit me hard that they could be so inhumane, taking away potentially health care from 17 million people, leaving people in harm's way by at the last minute sneaking legalization of silencers, cane guns, and umbrella guns into this bill. Plus also doing stuff with housing, all kind of stuff. This was not the big bowl budget or whatever Trump called it. This was the kill us all budget, ruin us all budget, destroy Americans budget. That's what this really should have been called, because it was. I used to make jokes when they had other budgets they put out called the killer budget. This thing literally is a killer budget. It is. It's going to kill people. Because of the silencers, with the guns, because of the health care, and because of the hunger, because of cutting SNAP. People can die from hunger. People can die from malnutrition. Don't take it for granted that you're going to have food. Don't take it for granted that a church or a synagogue or anything is going to find a way to magically get you food. Don't take it for granted. Okay? We got in this mess because some people voted the wrong way. They voted for conscience. They felt like this was going to be a good moral thing or whatever they felt. But when you take away health care from 17 million people, how is that moral? When you take away food from struggling, starving people that are poor, how is that moral? When you take away the right to be safe with legalizing silencers, how is that moral? Please tell me. How is it moral to continually reward the rich and kick the poor to the curb? Tell me that one. How is it moral? Please answer me that. How is it moral? I'd like to know. Really, really would. Because you want to know something? I went 30 years without health care, from the age of 16 to the age of 50. Thank God I got it with my Medicaid through the disabilities. Thank you, God, I got it. Because it saved my life, because I'm diabetic now. And it's no picnic being diabetic. You know, how about the people that are going to need insulin that they got their health care cut? How about them? How about the people with their high blood pressure with their heart medicine, or stroke victims, or accident victims, or even, yes, gun violence victims? Yes, what happens to the people that get shot without health care? Anybody ever think of that and live? Anybody ever think of that? I mean, I was trying to put together, and I'm still hoping to put together a coalition with gun violence prevention activists and also with healthcare activists. Maybe we can do something in the future to prevent garbage pail, junk, ridiculous, sick, sadistic bills like this from passing. But, you know, hopefully we can. Hopefully. Because this is not going to end good. We've got that swamp prison that they paid for with your tax dollars. Rather than feed hungry kids, rather than give sick people health care, they decided to build a swamp in the middle of jail in the middle of Florida. And that's what it is, a swamp jail, or gulag. Yep, they took part of that money for that. Chasing down immigrants that are cutting your lawns, doing your dishes, waiting on your tables, cleaning your hotel rooms, building your buildings, minding their own business, raising families. They decided to chase after them with the money, rather than give it to all of us for health care, rather than give it to all of us for food assistance, and rather than give it to all of us to keep us safe from gun violence. No, these people's priorities is terrible. It is awful with their priorities. Terrible. It's so inhumane and sadistic. So I wrote a poem before this, and I edited it and modified it quite a bit. But right now, it's very apt, and I'm going to debut this for you guys today. It's called Who Helps? Who helps with Medicaid cuts? Who helps with the ACA and Obamacare cuts if we get sick? Who helps with housing assistance? Will we be out in the cold, cruelly kicked to the curb? Who helps the disabled with no help for daily living? Who looks after the elderly with no place to go? When gun silencers are now legal, making us all less safe, who helps? Millions of lives on the bubble, hoping it doesn't burst. And that's a fact. We're all on the bubble now because of this bill. Who helps? The insanity to stop. Tell us who helps. Please tell me today who helps. It could be me. It could be you. Who knows who? And if the other shoe drops. We need humanity, not insanity. So who helps? Please tell me that. Who helps? Please tell me. Who helps us? Who helps all these people that are struggling? You know, it must be nice to be Jeff Bezos, to have a $14 million, give a lady, his first wife or second wife, whatever she was, $14 million a week in alimony. That must be nice to have that. It must be nice to have a grand wedding in Italy like he did. It must be nice to just throw away money like that. A lot of us will never know that. Some of us can't even go on vacation. Some of us, our vacations are staying home. Some of us got to work for a vacation. Some of us are sick and struggling. We can't even afford medicine. Some of us are old and struggling to find a place to live. You know, let's not forget about the people like us. Let's not forget about all the people that work for a living. Your teachers, your firemen, your policemen, your social workers that are white collar, your grocery store employees, your fast food workers. Let's not forget about your maids, your butler, your maids, your cooks, your wait staff. Let's not forget about them, and the mom and pop business owners, and some of these nonprofit owners that are going without health care and have, like I did, you know, and some of this stuff that's going on and struggling to pay bills and pay rent, because in Miami-Dade, our rent's averaging $3,000 a month for most places, which is insane. Fortunately, I'm living in a place that's got a little bit of help, and I hope it can continue, because the evictions are going like crazy, and that's another thing. Once this bill comes out, evictions are going to skyrocket, because it's going to come down to a choice. Am I going to pay rent or buy food? Am I going to pay rent or buy my medicine? You know, you're forcing people in such an unenviable position with this bill. And I hope we can dig ourselves out of it as a nation. But the one thing you got to do is be educated about what you're voting for. Don't just blindly say, well, I'm a Democrat, I'm a Republican, I'm going to vote no matter what. No. Understand what's in what they're voting for. Pay attention to it. If you can watch a football game or a baseball game or hockey game or basketball game, tennis, golf, or tennis or golf or soccer, if you can go to a rock concert, hip-hop concert, if you can go to a movie, if you can buy a comic book, you can pay attention to your government and what it's doing. Okay? You don't have to eat, sleep, and drink it. You don't have to obsess over it. I know it can be sad. I know it can be very tough some days. But at the same point in time, get involved. Please, please get involved. And anybody in the nonprofit areas that might watch this, I plead with you guys to come together so we don't have another bill like this. The ego's got to go out the window, folks. The mission statement's got to. When you threaten people's health care and when you threaten people's food, all bets are off. When you threaten people's safety with gun violence, all bets are off. We got to come together. We can't have Organization A having 500 people calling this, Organization B 50 people call, Organization C 5,000. Come together with one united script, one united message, make a statement. Just like the people did with George Floyd in the streets 6 years ago. What'd they do? They wouldn't stop and they got a bill passed. We have to do the same thing. But maybe we can't take the streets because they're going to arrest us. So we can do it with phone calls. We can do it with our own emails, and we have to. Because we've got to stop the silencers. We've got to stop the next thing coming because they're going to probably try to do more to soften the assault weapon bans too. They're going to probably do more to legalize assault weapons to stop that. They're probably going to do more where you can't sue because there's bills out there where you can actually sue the gun manufacturers if they kill your children or injure you. And that's deserved, and they need to have these bills passed. That's got to be passed. And support for victims of gun violence and domestic violence. Yeah, they're kicking them to the curb too with these crazy laws and bills they're doing. Everybody's going to suffer for about 20 people in this country. And that's not right, folks. So I want to say thank you all and God bless. My name is Fred Christian. I'm the founder of Impact. #Impact at Impact Media. Thank you all and God bless. I had to get this off my chest. Thank you. But I did do 2 other things too, which are called rants, which are on our pages. And if you like them, let me know. Thank you. God bless.